Hey folks, welcome back. Pop Retro. You can find me at Pop Retro 1 at Twitter and Instagram, and also patreon.com/Pop Retro. Also, this YouTube channel that you're watching this on, YouTube has allowed you to add your handle lately, which is basically your custom URL. So mine happens to be Pop Retro 1, just like a lot of my social media accounts. So it's going to be, I guess, youtube.com/Pop Retro 1, I guess, is the way to find me if you are lost on the interwebs and you're wondering where my channel is. That's how you would find it. So wanted to quickly go through some new pickups, some new releases, recent releases over the past month and a half, 2 months, from Mill Creek Entertainment. And we got a bunch of them. Looky there. Oh, 2 boxes worth. And so I want to quickly, well, as quick as I can, go through them. So these aren't reviews, of course, just showing you what's out there and what they've been releasing. And so we will start off with the only TV, well, I guess there may be some TV movies in here, but vintage TV on disc. And here we have it. This is That 70s Show, the complete series. Now this is a DVD set. It looks like it's a Walmart, I guess Walmart exclusive. I don't know if you're able to get this right now, you know, from your regular online outlets or retailers, but either way, there's the sticker on there for the definitive DVD collection. Now this has over 12 hours of bonus features, as you can read right there. And there's a look at the back. Might as well open it up and take a look inside. I'm excited about this one. I didn't get to watch a lot. I just kind of caught That 70s Show here and there over the years that it aired. It was just, it was on during a time, and by time I mean an era of my life when I was pretty hit or miss with a lot of stuff that I wanted to watch. And I just didn't have as much time to catch everything every single week. And so when did this come out? I think fall of '98, I think is when it first came out. So there it is without the glare. It's a nice solid box from Mill Creek. Those special features, the 12 hours worth, include audio commentary on select episodes, behind the scenes featurettes, a series retrospective and bloopers special, season overviews, promos, and more. So there you have it. Let's see if I can open it up. It looks like it opens from the top. It's funny how different a lot of these. Oh, you know what? This is the those slide out folder holder things, which a lot of people don't like. And I mean, I'm pretty indifferent to them too. And so you can see they're all just kind of filed in there. So I won't take them all out. And but the nice part about this is that the old ones, the old school ones that Mill Creek used to release, came in these really thin boxes that were easy to crush. And this is a nice hard box, super hard. And so that's a step up from those older ones. In fact, I think I got one of those old school ones. I thought I had one just sitting here off to the side from a show that I watched recently, but now I don't see it. So anyway, you'll have to take my word for it that this is much better packaging than those old ones, even if you don't like those little slide out folder holders that they use. So there you go. That 70s Show. That's a nice release. It does say too that that these have been, I guess, remastered. These episodes. So I guess that means they'll look better than ever. All right, let's get through it. Don't want to spend too much time on one release because I don't want to take all your time. You need time to watch these movies, right? All right, so speaking of movies, we've got from the 90s VHS throwback. It is the replacement thrillers, the replacement killers, but they are thrillers, right? You know, okay. It was a thrilling movie when I saw it back in the day. Back when I was in college, Chow Yun-fat, Mira Sorvino. I loved Mira Sorvino back in the day. There's a look at the artwork on the case. Let's open it up. What year was this one? I want to say like, yeah, 1997, 1998. It says copyright 98. I think it may have came out in 97, actual release. I think it was actually 98. Not that it matters, it's late 90s. I used to be really good with the dates back when I was younger, and I'd read about movies and TV all the time before the internet, you know, and so I just have all these dates in my head. All right, there's a look at the disc. The Replacement Killers. Having a little trouble with the English language this afternoon, but that's all right. We're getting through it. And the important part is that you see it. These are those nice Mill Creek VHS-inspired slipcases that they've been selling over the past several years. They look pretty cool. And we have more of those, 3 more of those actually, so let's show you those. We've got from 1993, it is Shadowlands. Anthony Hopkins, Deborah Winger, Richard Attenborough directing this one. I don't really remember this one. Looks like we've got, you know, some serious drama here. One of the most extraordinary love stories of our time. Is it? Have you seen Shadowlands? Is it an extraordinary love story? One of the most of our time? Can the early 90s even be called of our time anymore? It's like 30 years. It's like a 30-year-old movie now. So there's a look at it. Look at the back. And a look at the disc. Let's see if there's any. Most of these are bare bones with no special features, which is totally fine by me. So one of the nice things about Mill Creek is they release these really forgotten catalog titles that not a ton of people are pining for, but if you're just a movie nut, pop culture nut, you know, somebody like me just loves that there's somebody out there releasing, you know, these films that, as far as I know, aren't, you know, it's not like an 80s slasher that's always being talked about in some forum somewhere online or something, you know. And so, so it is cool to get these releases. All right, we've got 2 more. Up next, also from the early 90s, my high school years, we've got Michael Keaton, Glenn Close. It is The Paper. Now, I do remember I remember this movie coming out. I don't remember it at all. As I take the shrink wrap off of The Paper so I can show you more of The Paper underneath the shrink wrap. This shrink wrap is giving me some issues, giving me some struggle. There we go. Gotta cut through it. Got it like vacuum melted onto the spine there. So Marissa Tomei, Randy Quaid, Robert Duvall also in this. What I remember this, I think, for is because it's about the newspaper business, which I ended up working in. Well, I worked mostly in local TV news, which I still do work in. And so I was always kind of a sucker for movies that had to do with journalism, newspapers, magazine publishing, you know, all that sort of stuff. So I'll at least have that connection when I go to rewatch The Paper, which is a new comedy from the director of Backdraft and Parenthood. So it's a comedy, which shows you how much I don't really remember watching it. But I mean, I was in high school, so it's going to be a fun time revisiting some of these. And finally, the last throwback one, also from the mid-90s, 1995, we've got The Cure. Not to be confused with The Band from the 80s. Joseph Mazzella, Brad Renfro. Another one I kind of remember, but it's like maybe I saw it air on TV, or like my young sibling One of my young siblings maybe rented this one and it was on in the background. And get it open. I can show you more. So, Mill Creek really, gotta hand it to them with the shrink wrap this time around. Not making it easy. So there's the cure. The regular art on the case. One of those not to be missed movies, smart, funny, and poignant, says WOR Radio. Rated PG-13. Directed by Peter Horton. Peter Horton, who I last checked out in Mill Creek's release of Side Out. He was one of the stars, I believe. That was the last one I saw Peter Horton in. So there you go. That's the 4 VHS cover releases from this batch. And up next, we've got a DVD release of a new release, copyright 2020, and it is called Bitcon. So we got a little crime thriller, small-time crooks, big-time heist. When the hard drive containing the keys to the 800,000 in Bitcoin goes missing, Lou and his deadly partner suspect Ty of double-crossing them. As the value of Bitcoin skyrockets, the pressure is on, forcing Ty to turn to a network of thieves and dirty cops in order to get out alive. Tom Cavanaugh, Frank Whaley, directed by Matt Osterman. Looks like fun. Look at the back there. Some familiar faces from back in the day. Let's take it out of the slip. Looks like the artwork's the same as what's underneath the slip cover. You like that noise of the tearing of the shrink wrap. It is Bitcon. I see a bonus feature. 3 deleted scenes. And there's the disc. That concludes box number 1. So, box number 2, I will warn you that it is mostly holiday-themed films. So, here we go. Up first, we've got Love in Wolf Creek. This is one of those Imagicomm Entertainment and INSP Films releases. And so I think a lot of these air on TV, like on, I think, INSP's whatever, cable network, streaming network. And also I think some streaming services actually pick these movies up. It basically kind of like, I guess I would call them Hallmark style movies. Romance movies. Sam's wildlife refuge is on the verge of going under, but funding from an interested big city donor could keep the doors open. And something tells me that those two will get together and live happily ever after by the end of the 88-minute runtime, including special features. Let's look at the back. Love in Wolf Creek. I actually live, I don't know, about 30 minutes away down the freeway from a town called Wolf Creek. Something tells me this is not set in that Wolf Creek, but you never know. Oops. Tim Rozon and Nola Martin. Now what's fun about this, Love in Wolf Creek, is that as I tear off some more of this stuck on shrink wrap, as there's more love in Wolf Creek because there was what looks like a sequel, Christmas in Wolf Creek, from the same producers, production companies. Now let's see what we got here. Again, pretty bare bones as far as the discs are concerned. These are brand new movies, 2022. Copyright dates. With just days until Christmas, Sam has her hands full. Between managing her animal refuge center and directing the town's annual play, she has little time for her new boyfriend, Austin. When the reindeer and star of the show goes missing, Sam and Austin set out to find him. Can they work together to save the show and their relationship in time for Christmas? What do you think? How do you think that's going to end up? The same two actors, Tom Rozon, Nola Martin. Who else is in these? We got Mary Long, Madeline Leong. And there you go. There's your Wolf Creek saga. The Wolf Creek saga. Distributed by Mill Creek Entertainment. We got 1, 2, 3 more Christmas-themed movies in this pack, and then one action Blu-ray to end this excitement. So up next, we've got Country Roads Christmas. Now, you might notice on most of these, you've got this banner up here, Christmas Collection. So these are all, not all of them, but the Christmas-themed ones are part of a tradition that Mill Creek has started last couple of years with releasing these because, or maybe even before that, but last year was the first time I saw these, and so there was a different batch last year. Some of which I'll probably be talking about this Christmas season, this holiday season on the channel. Lainey McCauley, Bo Yoakley, Bailey Chase, and Lauren Hawley star in Country Roads Christmas. I was going to say, was it Christmas Roads Christmas? No, it's Country Roads Christmas. Look at that romance. Look at those scenes. Look at those scenes of love and fun and frolicking. Include special features. Would be interested to know what those special features are. If I remember right from the ones I watched last year from the same line, kind of just some cute special features, like some little interviews with the actors and just, just some fun questions with them or whatever. And I mean, it's cool because I really would expect zero special features on movies like these. So, and up next, for you WWE fans, it is Trish Stratus, along with Stephen Huszar, Christmas in Rockwell. Trish Stratus was in one of these Christmas-themed movies that I reviewed last year on the channel. I can't think of its title right now, but if you're a fan, you can go back and just run a search on Trish Stratus Christmas movie Pop Retro here on YouTube, and it'll probably come up. There it is, Christmas in Rockwell. Wrestling superstar Trish Stratus stars as Alyssa, a former child actor who returns home to Rockwell after a blockbuster flop. Spending the holidays incognito, she takes a trip down memory lane with the help of Jake, the handsome cinema owner. With Christmas just around the corner, Alyssa must decide if her heart lies in Hollywood or her hometown. I think we know probably where her heart might wind up lying. So, yeah. There it is. Christmas in Rockwell, the disc. All right, one more Christmas movie. This one is not part of the INSP Films Imagicomm Christmas collection with the ribbon at the top. This is from a couple of years ago, 2020. All those other ones are really new, like they've come out this year, 2022. This one, actual Mill Creek release, A Ring for Christmas. Probably the same type of romantic lightheartedness. Dean Geyer, Liliana Tandon, Lorraine Bracco, looks like the star of this one, Charles Hittinger, and Michael Gross, also in this one. Sometimes I try to open these before I do the video, and sometimes I just forget to, and so I turn on the recorder and realize, oh, you know what, I got shrink wrap on these, so I'll just take it off on the video. So there we go. The main reason being so I can open it up and show you, although, you know, these fairly bare bones presentations, you know, don't have a lot to show, but there you go, a ring for Christmas. At least get some of the glare off so you can see some of that romantic frolicking and these romantic TV adventures. And there's the disc. Angie leads a charmed life in NYC until her mother finally cuts her off. Thanks, Mom. When Angie finds out she will inherit a large trust when she gets married, she desperately forms a plan. She will find someone to marry before Christmas. Traveling back to her hometown, she attempts to convince her high school crush to marry her while helping a friend revitalize his diner. Will Angie follow through with her crazy plan and find someone to marry before Christmas? Tough to tell. Tough to tell, but I don't know what that might mean. That might be a spoiler right there. So there you go, a ring for Christmas. All right. Last one for this video is kind of a cool release, I think, because if I remember reading correctly, this is Mill Creek's first actual production. Like, they're listed as a producer on this movie. Koenig Pictures and Mill Creek Entertainment present The Most Dangerous Game. Look at that. On Blu-ray. Like probably a remake of the old school The Most Dangerous Game. Casper Van Dien. Listen to this. Casper Van Dien, Tom Berenger, Bruce Dern, Judd Nelson, Christopher C.T. Tamburello. That's a great cast. I mean, this has got to be a fairly low budget affair, I'm sure. But, well, I mean, even with that cast, you know, but it's got to be fun if you like low budget and action and you can't get enough. That would be me growing up. Straight to video, direct to video action on the VHS shelves, man. That's what this is all about right here. Special features, History of the Hunt, a most dangerous adaptation, featurette, and Surviving the Game, behind the scenes, featurette. A father and son are shipwrecked on a remote island when they are caught up in a trophy hunt held by its mysterious owner, played by Van Dien, a merciless man who uses the land as an elite hunting preserve for stalking the most dangerous game of all, human. There you go. Oh, and what do you know? We've got reversible artwork. So there's the disc. And there's the reverse artwork. I won't take it out, but you can see it in there. There's the front. There's the reverse artwork. So a nice touch for Mill Creek Entertainment with their first, I believe their first ever production, probably like motion picture, you know, fictional movie production. Because they've produced some documentary series, I think, and some documentaries, standalone documentaries, if I remember correctly. So, but I think I remember reading on their social media that this was like their first production, you know, of an actual fictional movie. So very cool. The Most Dangerous Game. The hunt is on. So there's that stack of those. All those Christmas movies, holiday themed movies. And of course, that 70s show, the TV release, and all of those Blu-ray throwbacks to the 90s, the 90s VHS covers, and the Bitcon DVD. Lots of stuff coming this fall, already out this fall from Mill Creek Entertainment. So make sure you check it out if you're so inclined and so interested. Thanks for checking this out, and I will see you soon with some more hauls and reviews.